Many of your audience on Facebook would just like to know, what does Dr. Thomas Lodi eat on a typical day?
Well, on a typical day, it depends on where I'm at. If I'm in Thailand, I eat a certain way, and if I'm, here in the U.S., I eat a certain way. But when I'm in Thailand, I drink green tea. I have organic green tea, and I drink probably 4 or 5 cups after I wake up. I wake up and I first do my meditation, then I do then I do some reading, and while I'm reading I drink the green tea, and then I go off and do some exercise. Now in Thailand, everywhere you walk, people are selling fruit. So it's really an easy place to stay healthy, because you're gonna, no matter what appetite creeps up, you get an appetite for whatever it is, some nasty thing like a donut or whatever you like to eat, and you walk by and they're cutting up papayas, and cutting up pineapple, and cutting up durian. So that's it. I'm pretty much don't eat in the mornings, and maybe around 12 or 1 or 2 I might have some fruit, and then my main meal is usually about 5 in the afternoon, and I have an incredible salad with everything you can think of in it: broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, cucumber, celery, avocado, tons of avocado. The dressing I don't like to use dressing, so I will use maybe mostly just avocado and some sea salt, and I mix that up really good, and it comes out turns into a guacamole salad. And I put tomatoes, of course, in there, and lots of sprouts. The other thing I eat is at night before I go to sleep, I take a handful of almonds, a handful of cashews, a handful of walnuts, and pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds, and soak them overnight while I'm sleeping, and rinse them off in the morning and put some sea salt on them. And then if you can just put them in a paper with a paper towel in a Tupperware, and wherever you go, you eat, and they're delicious. They're alive. They've been sprouted, so they're moist, and they've got back the energy of the future in there. And so you just eat them, and you munch on them. And this is very important, especially if you're transitioning to eating raw, or you're coming back to it, or whatever it is, or you want to stay as mainly raw, even if you're like 80-20 and you're going to eat some cooked vegan and later on. If you want to stay on track, you need to fool yourself. You need to never get hungry and never get tired. If you get tired or hungry, you're going to blow it. That's just our nature. Okay, that's the way we are. So if you have these things to munch on, you're never really hungry. So nothing is going to grab you wherever you're going, and that's an important thing. So I'll carry those around. And then what you'll notice if you start to eat this way is that in the afternoon, after you've eaten your salad, you're full, but you're not uncomfortable. You feel wonderful. And then maybe a little bit later, I might have a little more fruit. Depends. But eating fruit after a non-fruit meal is usually not a good idea, because the fruit ferments. It has a tendency to ferment, and you don't need fermentation going on in your body any more than it happens normally. And that's it. And you also don't want to eat at least 3 hours before going to sleep. Okay, for the most efficient, not only for the most efficient digestion, but also because if your body is busy digesting when you sleep, your sleep will not be as pure and as restful and healing as that. So it's really better to go to sleep empty. And if you go to sleep empty, you're going to wake up feeling empty. If you go to sleep full, you're going to wake up with some gastric irritation that you're going to misinterpret as hunger. If you ever noticed, you ate a lot. If you ate before you went to bed, then you wake up in the morning and you go, "I'm hungry." You're not hungry. Your stomach is just finally clearing, and there's some irritation there from those gastric juices clearing, and you misinterpret it as hunger. In fact, we misinterpret a lot of feelings as hunger.